Hey friends, back again. We're in the same outfit. That's okay. Budget Girl here, and I am back at you with some more frugal, fun, and fabulous life questions. So, I get this question all the time. So what do I buy now that I'm debt-free that I never would have bought back when I was in my debt repayment? And I've got some good ones coming at you. But first, don't forget to like this video if you like me answering your burning questions, and to subscribe to this channel if you enjoy frugal ridiculousness coming at you every week, all the time, from this brain. Tell me right now, before we get into the things that I spend my money on, what you're going to spend your money on when you become debt-free. What lifestyle changes, what money changes are you going to make? Down in the comments below. Or if you're already debt-free, what little life upgrades have you made since becoming debt-free? Things you wouldn't have spent money on when you were trying to get out of debt. Let me know. And compare to mine. I got some good ones. It's all floral, all of it. Okay, so what do I buy now that I'm debt-free that I didn't buy before? First off, and I've answered this question in some interviews and stuff like that. They're like, what's the main things? What's the kind of the stalwarts that you buy all the time that you didn't buy when you were debt-free before and you buy all the time now? So that makes me think of consumables, and mainly it's coffee. I used to essentially just buy as little coffee as I could for the cheapest price I could. I'm talking like not even the Folgers. I'd buy the Great Value coffee, or just drink coffee at work. Now I buy my coffee from the bulk section, grind it myself. I use it in my nice little espresso maker and I love it so much. I have some pecan praline and some cinnamon hazelnut here, and I have these little jars, these adorable little jars from the dollar store, because still frugal, and I have a few of these over at my little coffee station, and I get to pick what delicious coffee I get to get now. It's really not that giant of a splurge. This coffee is usually $7.99 per pound, whereas it'd be around $6 a pound if I bought just kind of the pre-packaged, pre-ground stuff. This tastes a lot fresher and better, and it's not something I ever would have splurged on during the 3 years that I was becoming debt-free, but now really enjoy and kind of get to revel in it. So I made my coffee this morning, took it with me on my way to church, and I was just sipping away in it. It's a little reminder that this is my life now. Little things, little things. The other thing I buy is goat cheese. And other fancy cheeses, even though this is just from Aldi. This is the garlic and herb goat cheese from Aldi, which is one of my favorites. The H-E-B one is really good as well. I used to just buy like the generic cheese, and now I get to buy the nicer ones. And sometimes if I have friends over, I buy like a bunch of cheeses, and I do like a little cheese and crackers plate, and it just makes me so happy. And that's not something I would have been able to splurge on before. And these are little $8, $10 things that I denied myself for a short period of time so that I could become debt-free, and it worked. Now I get to enjoy them now, and I'm so much more grateful for them now. So maybe you're still drinking the nice coffee and eating the nice cheese while you're doing debt repayment, and that's fine. I'm not gonna judge you for it at all, but those were some of the things that I gave up intentionally, and now I don't have to anymore. The next thing I'm gonna tell you about is clothing. When I was on my debt-free journey, I generally only bought clothing at the thrift store, either like highly discounted clearance racks, and my main source of clothing was Black Friday shopping with my family. They would give me some money for Christmas, and then we'd go to all the department stores, look at their clearance racks, stack their Black Friday coupons and deals and stuff on top of them, and get all the clothes for just like 10% of what their original cost was. It worked out really well because I got decent quality clothing for very cheap, and it was gifted money, and it kept me, you know, clothed for the 3 years. I'm sure y'all appreciate that on the internet. Let's hope so, on this kind of channel. And it wasn't ever a line that had to be in my budget for clothing. I had to replace a pair of shoes during my debt-free journey. I invested like $70 into some good Clark's boots that finally kind of went away. But other than just kind of a random thing here or there, having to buy like new socks or a new bra or something, I didn't really spend money on clothing. Now I'm actually a little bit able to reinvest into my wardrobe just a little bit. This swimsuit, for instance, so cute. It's from Torrid, and it was $80 on sale. I spent $80 on it after all the coupons and everything, because still frugal, always frugal. It was originally like $120, and it was really cute, so I knew it would sell out fast, and I wanted it. And at the beginning of the season, I didn't have a swimsuit. My old ones had like disintegrated. I'd gotten them at Walmart on clearance. They were ugly. They literally like just did the job. And last summer, I was freshly debt-free and I couldn't find anything I liked. I was still very much on the like zoning in on every single purchase, and I haven't let myself relax a little bit yet. But at the beginning of the season, I said, okay, I'm gonna get something that I love, and hopefully, and I'm willing to spend a little bit of money for it. Now, let me tell you, spending $80 on a swimsuit, even if it's good quality, made me pause a lot. That's with like a 15% off coupon, some like rewards for having a thing within their system, all sorts of stuff, and waiting for like the day for it to go on sale, because this was originally much more expensive. It was either I think it was $129 originally. I believe that was the price. And I got it for $82 after taxes and everything. But I had to like talk to people about it. I'm like, is it okay for me to spend $80 on a swimsuit? I'm sure I can get one for cheaper. And fortunately, my friends and my boyfriend told me, no, you're debt-free. You can afford this. You're not charging it. You're not going into debt for it. You can work it into your budget, and you'll feel good in it. It'll make you want to go swim. It'll make you feel nice. And it did. This swimsuit makes me feel fabulous, and I absolutely love it. And that's one of the most wonderful things now, that I can spend a little bit of money on things that I absolutely love without having my past kind of hanging on to me or jeopardizing my future, because I'm still saving so much money. I'm still saving, I'm still following the baby steps. I'm not putting my future into jeopardy for any of these things, but I can allow myself a little bit of room now. So that brings me, I'm doing that with clothing. I've been buying some clothing. There still isn't a line in my budget for clothing. I might need to add one, because there are definitely a lot of things that I've been missing that I just went without for the debt-free journey. I mean, for the longest time, I had one pair of shoes for work. That was it. And then like a pair of sneakers, and that was it. I went and bought just another pair of black, you know what, they're on the back of my chair because I took them off. Just black, you know, workout leggings from Walmart. These were $13. I already have two pairs. They're different patterns. This one's just plain, but I noticed that I was reaching for them more often than I was able to launder them, so I just picked up another pair. It was $13. It's fine. Comes out of my personal money. That's not something I would have done before. I would have made do with the two pairs that I had. So huge, huge difference. And I just can't tell you how much I appreciate things more now. So let's move on to the next thing. Decor and projects. And I still do this very carefully, because this is a black hole for me. But this is one of the reasons that I got into debt in college, was I took out more student loans than I could afford, and then I just spent it on junk, like stuff that was on sale at TJ Maxx and at Target. And I have no idea where some of that money went. But now, with a more intentional eye, I can do little home decor projects. I just hung a shelf next to my coffee area, which is behind the camera, and I, you know, put a couple little coffee cups and a little painting that my friends got me for my 30th birthday on it. And it's not necessary, but it's beautiful and it brings joy to my life. Same with my little patio garden project that you guys saw in a recent video of mine, and I'll be doing another video on too. I decided that I wanted to have a garden this year, and so I made a budget for it, and then I made it happen within that budget. And within that budget, I allotted for a little bit of like kind of cutesy decor stuff. I got a beautiful new rug for out there that I think really just lights the place up. And I also picked up just a couple of little, this sign says grow, by the way. If you look at it too hard, it doesn't, but it does. And this cute little sign for my, what I call my cat shelf window, and then a little votive handle. Each of these things were $3 each at Target. But when I was on my debt-free journey, I didn't buy cheap, like, I'm not gonna say cheapy, though these are these are pretty much cheap items, but they bring me joy. They complete my garden. And so for a total of $10, I'm able to do this. Now I am careful about this. I don't just buy stuff. Every single time I come up against something like this, I say, do I really love it? And do I really want it? And will I want to maintain it and clean it and do all this stuff? Will this add to my life or will it take away from? Am I just spending money because I can? Fortunately, I'm still very aware of that. And I don't know if I will ever break out of that mindset, but I'm still questioning every single purchase. Next thing that I buy now that I am debt free, which is less purchases and more life improvements, is I get Rory's nails clipped. Now, back in my debt free journey, I would not spend the $13 to $15 to have a professional groomer trim her nails. Unfortunately, I was a terrible dog mom and I let him get a little too long because she hates it and I hate it. And trimming her nails involves both of us crying, both of us wrestling on the floor. She's not an aggressive dog at all, but she cries and she hates the pressure and it's just awful, and I swear it takes years off of my life. But while I was trying to become debt free, I wasn't gonna spend the $15 every 2 or 3 months to get that done. That was the first thing I did. I think it was June, last June when I got debt free. It was like 2 weeks later, her nails were long. I'm like, all right, we're going to the groomer from now on out. And I just paid the money to get it done. It was amazing. It is one of the best uses of money ever. I got her bathed and like brushed and groomed the other day, which was like $45 and totally not worth it. I'm just gonna stick with the nail clipping. I tried leveling up just a little. I'm like, no, I can wash her for $35 worth. No. But she enjoyed her trip to the puppy spa. She did. She came out super happy. She made a lot of new friends and she'll get to go back for her nail clipping. So that was fun. She smelled like peonies. They sprayed stuff on her. She had a grand old time. They also got rid of a bunch of the undercoat because it's getting kind of hot here in Texas. Thankfully, I'm happy for it. But yeah, I absolutely spend on Rory's grooming now. Thank God, because it was killing me. She hates it. I hate it. Awful. Another thing that I buy now that I'm debt free is I have a Hulu subscription. I didn't have any streaming services. I paid for basic internet when I was going through my debt free journey. I needed it, but I didn't pay for any streaming services. I shared a friend's Netflix account and now I share back with her my Hulu account, but no, I didn't pay for any of that. And now I pay not only for the basic Hulu, I pay for the no ads Hulu. Oh yeah, that's an extra $2 a month that I am just completely willing to shell out to not have to watch ads at all. It's awesome. I have room for it in my budget. It's great. In the same vein, I also eat out more now. I increased my restaurant budget and my personal budget when I became debt free. I also increased my grocery budget just a little bit to account for the fancy cheeses and coffee, but mostly the increase was in restaurant and in personal. And in restaurant, it went up quite a bit. I used to have, well, during Scorched Earth, I had $40 a month for a restaurant. Now I think I have $140 or $150 per month for restaurant. So now I can go out with friends, I can go out for drinks, I can eat out socially if I want to without it being kind of a burden to my finances. I also get car washes now. I actually went to the car wash today. I went to one of the ones, it was $12 for the deluxe, and I got to drive through and they did all the things, and then there was free vacuuming on the other side and they detail your tires and everything. And I have covered parking now at my new apartment, which is amazing because we had a hailstorm in Texas a couple of weeks ago, which really damaged a lot of people's cars. But now the rain is not doing the washing jobs for me. I used to just bring it to a manual wash and do it that way, and I wouldn't do it very often, but I do enjoy having a very clean car. And because I wasn't putting the quarters and like the vacuum thing to self-time, it was free vacuuming after you pay for the car wash, so I was able to really get in there and detail it, and my car looks amazing right now. And as always, I believe in taking care of the things that we have and treating them with respect and they'll last a little longer for us, and respecting them and being thankful for what we have. So even though my car isn't very fancy, and probably within the next year I'll be moving up, that doesn't mean I'm not going to treat it with respect and keep it clean and try to just treat it like it's a Mercedes or a BMW. So I do the car wash now instead of doing it manually. It's a few extra dollars, but I really enjoy the results and it's a little easier. Plus, car washes are just fun. I don't know why. I've loved car washes ever since I was a kid, going through and having it like do all the multicolored soaps and the little and they're just fun. Little joys. All of these are just little joys. And finally, I get to purchase things that just make my life a little easier if I want. I hurt my back a couple of weeks ago, and I just went on the internet after and I bought one of those ice packs that has a Velcro strap that wraps around so that you can keep it on you when you're sleeping. Now, I have a couple of ice packs in my fridge, and this new thing was $15, but I had it in my personal budget money to get it, and it just made my life easier. It's not a need, but it was able to kind of elevate a pain point, a literal pain point in my life, and is an example of a lot of things like that I just get to have now because I sacrificed for so many years to get out of debt and have the room in my budget to be able to kind of live a better financial life. So I don't know if you will agree with me on all these items. Maybe you think I shouldn't be spending money on dollar spot Target decor, but I love it. Or $80 on a swimsuit, or maybe you would spend your money differently. Or maybe you'd like to tell me below how you are going to make some money changes in your life once you become debt-free, or if you're already debt-free and in the club, what money changes you have made in your new debt-free life. I would love, love, love to hear if some of you guys have done similar things to me and just kind of little upgrades. Let me upgrade you, upgrade you. So that is my question for today. I hope you enjoyed this video and kind of a sneak peek into more how I'm spending my money now. I know I show you guys my budget reports every month, but these are more of like the physical things. It's not just, you know, you see that I spent $80 on a clothing line in my personal budget. You can see the adorable fruit. How cute is this? So cute. I love it. You don't have to love it. I love it. It's okay if our styles aren't the same. I like florals, okay? I would love for you guys to like this video if you enjoy frugal ridiculousness and subscribe to this channel for more of it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.